Longarm machines typically come in two styles, the hand-guided or the computer-guided models. Today I want to talk about the hand-guided model. And a hand-guided machine is just that. You guide it by hand and you control the stitching, very similar to when you're doing free motion quilting on a domestic machine and you lower the feed dogs. Movement of the quilt under the machine determines the length of the stitch and the consistency. Likewise, how fast you move the machine across the quilt will determine the length and consistency of your stitches. And that is called manual or constant speed mode. That is the basic mode for any hand-guided machine. From there you can move up and get other options. The hand-guided machine will typically have a small display that lets you select different modes, and other than manual, you can also, if the machine has the capability, do basting, where you can do longer stitches, typically in 1-inch increments or possibly even in half-inch increments. The main thing that you will find, though, is stitch regulated mode. Stitch regulated means that you can set the stitches per inch, and you do that by pressing the button, and in here it shows you stitches per inch, and I can adjust those. Right now I'm adjusting it up to 14 stitches per inch, or here I'm going to go down to 11 stitches per inch. Historically, you want to quilt between 10 and 12 stitches per inch, just like you do on a sewing machine. Once you've set the stitch length, now the machine will make constant stitches that are consistent regardless of how fast you move the machine. So let's just show you quickly how that works. As you move the machine, you are able to do free motion quilting, and that's what manual mode is all about, and stitch regulated. You simply are moving the machine across the quilt and creating stitches as you desire. That's called free motion quilting. You are not hindered by anything, your movements are free, and off you go. Another option that you might find on a hand-guided machine is a laser. This one you will definitely have to purchase separately. It attaches to the machine, and with a laser you can actually follow a printed paper pattern that you place on the back of the machine, and you would then quilt from the back side of the machine using the other set of handles, and you follow the pattern by following the light of the laser. And as you do that, the pattern is stitched onto your quilt. You will have to manually make adjustments to your paper patterns, but it is a wonderful option and expands your capability besides just free motion quilting. You can also use paper patterns for dropping in designs in borders, blocks, and sashing. The final option that you might find on a hand-guided machine would be channel locks. Sometimes you will get both vertical and horizontal channel locks, and a channel lock locks the machine in one direction so that you have perfectly straight stitching in the opposite direction. One thing I do want to mention, though, as you're machine shopping, is find out if your machine is upgradable. Some machines that are hand-guided that have constant speed mode, the basic machine, cannot be upgraded to stitch regulated. Others can be upgraded as an option at the time of purchase or as an add-on in the future. If you do not have upgrade capability and you decide in the future you want to have stitch regulation, you will have to trade in your machine and start over by buying a new one. So these are just the basics, and hand-guided machines are wonderful. I think you'll have a lot of fun and enjoy it and expand your quilting skills.